What's up, everyone? My name is Alex, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. I wanted to talk about malehood. What does malehood mean to me? Because I consider myself bigender. I consider myself a non-binary man, a demi-guy. There's a lot of different labels that I use for myself, and it places malehood above everything else. That's always been how I describe my gender, at least within the last few years, where I prioritize malehood because malehood is important to me. To me, malehood is the foundation on which I am building my gendered experience baseline. Like, no matter how I feel on some days, days I'll feel more neutral, some days I'll feel more masculine, but above all else, malehood is always kind of like an anchoring point to my identity, and a lot of the labels I've chosen to use to describe myself have been, it kind of calls back to being a man. So I have a partial relationship to malehood. That's how I've always described being a demi-guy, partially male. That other part being neutroy, making it a bigender identity with two parts. And the male part it's more than 50% of the identity. I consider myself mostly male. And it's interesting because I used to think that bigender had to mean two static and equally sized pieces of identity, or two whole genders equally that make up the bigender label. But I guess for a lot of people, sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes it's 60-40, it could be 99% and 1%. To me, masculinity is not a defining factor in my gendered experience. I don't call myself transmasc or demi-masculine or anything like that. I don't consider it a part of my gender, not in that way. I don't think masculinity influences my gender. Masculinity is just important to me as a way of passing as male, because when it comes down to it, I need that male part of my identity in order to, it's kind of an anchoring point. I need that part in order to safely navigate everyday life. I need to, maleness is important to me just in everyday life, because I'm not openly bigender in a lot of spaces, but I am openly male in a lot of spaces, and that's how people intrinsically see me. So malehood is also a very important aspect in passing and in being stealth in some places. In queer spaces, I'm a lot more open about the more non-binary part of my identity. But in those spaces, I consider myself a non-binary man. I feel like my maleness is inherently queer, male in a queer way, male through a scope of otherness. I mean, you could call it proxphere, which is similar to binary male, but its own plane of existence, its own identity separate from the binary. I do consider myself a non-binary man. I've used that term before just to I don't know, I describe my maleness in so many different ways, but non-binary man is one of them, and I don't want to compare my malehood to the malehood that cis men experience, because I don't feel like I relate to the cis male experience, and I don't really relate to the binary male experience in some ways. And also, when it comes down to it, I view my body as male, inherently male, male traits that. I see all of me as being a man. And in what way, I guess, depends on what kind of environment I'm in, because I see it in a queer way, and it just kind of depends on who I'm telling that to, because I won't always say I'm a genderqueer man or non-binary man. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's when it comes down to it, that is what malehood means to me. It is the anchoring point to my identity, and it is important to me, just as a way to pass. Passing as male is very important. Like, on top of that, like, I might be a little gender non-conforming, or I might experiment with labels, but like, this, when it comes down to it, I could call myself a bigender man, or a non-binary man, like putting the male part of the identity at the forefront. So let me know what you think of this new series. I want to experiment with using less of an outline in order to like make the videos. I'll jot down some notes on what I want to cover, but I haven't been really writing like outlines, not in the same structure as identity talk. But yeah, like, let me know what you think. I want to keep these videos a little bit shorter and like kind of see how that goes. It makes it a lot easier to watch, and it makes it easier to like share if you're using this as a way to like come out to somebody or to explain a topic to somebody. I want to keep them short so it's easy to understand the concepts and stuff. So anyway, I'm signing off for now. See you later.